going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode here on the After Hours podcast. And we're back, baby. The three amigos right again. We got myself, MrJ Gilbert. We got our good friend, DyslexicOctopi. And the greatest co-host to ever do it, Schmidtty32. Guys, for all the first-time viewers out there, let's go ahead and introduce ourselves. Dyslexic, go ahead and start us off for all the first-time viewers out there.
I'm DyslexicOctopi, and I stream sometimes. Soon to be more frequently. Let's go.
Love that. Love that.
Short and sweet. I love it. Schmitty, take off.
I'm Schmidty.
God, guys, is this what we're doing? Is this
Schmidtity32? You're always raising money and awareness for some charity. We do stream Tuesdays through Saturdays, do a variety of content, but right now we are totally focused on democracy and killing the Terminate and robot scum. We also like to play Last Epoch. We're still farming for our Squirrel Helm, doing that stuff. We love to spread love, positivity, and just have a good time. So we'd love to have you around. And if you all find some free time and want to hang out, you can find me at twitch.tv/Schmidty32.
Perfect. And I'm MrJ.
Yeah, that's it.
Perfect. I like it.
We're just too short of
And let me guess, you're Mr. J. You don't like morning people, mornings, or people.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm starting to get that impression.
it's a vibe, dude. It's a vibe. But no, I am MrJ. I'm a teacher by day, streamer by night. I stream a variety of community-style games where I can play with the viewer, you the viewer, the chat members. So if you ever catch me on a stream every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Central Time, and you have the game we're playing, feel free to join us. I would love to hang out with you guys.
Terrific Skull and Bones.
Oh, yeah. We need more Skull and Bones. Need more of it.
I feel like you already have a server full of people.
Yeah, Schmitty, you're booing. But each week that I do a server takeover, I'm getting more and more people. I'm going to have 10 or 12 people rolling around soon.
Yeah. That's okay. That's all right.
And we're going to get you on it.
Whatever.
You should play it. You should play it.
I don't have enough tentacles or hair on the top of my head to get away with that game. Can't do it.
Jeez.
Do you need those? I don't.
It's just all of a sudden I looked at myself and I looked at Mr. J and I was like, dang, dude, I really got a receding hairline going on here. This is great.
Sorry, me too. You just can't tell.
Love this. Well, you're not,
Yeah, the tentacles really.
Naturally
what you make up for in lack of top hair, you make up for in tentacles. Kind of like a beard. It's kind of like a beard.
Yeah.
Well, guys, welcome to our first segment here on the After Hours podcast. It's What's on Your Mind? So, Schmitty, go ahead and start us off, buddy. What's on your mind?
So, there was a recent video game company sale that happened recently that may or may not affect the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake. It was one of the original podcasts we were on. There was a question. It was what's a remake that you're that you would love to see?
Yeah.
More than anything, and I remember I was like, easy, dude, and it's something that's actually happening. The Knights of the Old Republic Star Wars RPG.
Right.
Now, apparently it's not dead, but Saber Interactive, who was the developer working on it, recently got sold. With that being said, I have been reading that I know at least Sony and at least one other company, they were they invested enough money into it. It sounds like it is still being worked on.
Yeah.
But
Good.
This will definitely sounds like delay the process. So, I mean, I was going to say delayed indefinitely.
Right.
But that does seem to be up in the air where it's I think originally it was supposed to be out sometime either later this year or beginning of next year. Now it's just kind of question mark. And that was kind of a bummer because I'm really looking forward to that.
Well,
and I
super
really
fun.
hope it's working on.
Yeah. I feel like that would be a cash cow. Everybody, especially our generation that kind of grew up with that game, would definitely play a remake of it.
Oh yeah.
My second semester, or my second year, first semester back at college, my roommate and I went in on a QP of weed, a quarter pound. That's not a small amount. And
No.
that game came out for Xbox. And that's literally, I went to class for 2 weeks and I did not go back for the rest of the semester.
Oh boy.
Not a single test, quiz.
So
lecture, nothing.
So what you're saying is you blame Star Wars for dropping out of college.
I'm blaming college because it needs to get better.
True.
It was like it was video games or college. I mean, the one definitely had a better chance of keeping my attention than the other.
Education in general, just you can't trust anybody in it. You know what I mean?
No. Mm-mm.
Overrated.
Yeah, it's wild.
These
Overrated.
educators, you
Especially
can't
those
trust
math
them.
teachers. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
ridiculous.
like what are they doing?
Unbelievable. Dyslexic, what about you, my friend? What's on your mind?
Also Star Wars. So recently that collection came out for Battlefronts 1 and 2, the originals.
Yeah.
And it was
I love those games,
poorly
by the way.
received.
Yeah.
What's that?
I thought I loved those games.
Oh yeah, me too, which is why I was super interested in it. And then I look at it and I see all the negative reviews. And it's essentially they took what we already had on Steam and just kind of crisped it up a little bit. But they didn't add anything. They didn't really polish too much. They added a few maps here and there, but they released it with only 3 dedicated servers.
Jeez.
Yeah, this is what just came out.
Yeah.
What, like 2 weeks ago, a week ago?
Yeah.
It's been getting shredded online. It's
Yeah.
been getting absolutely shredded, which I was going to mention a little bit ago with mine that I was like, I really hope that what happened there is not going to deter people from getting excited about the Knights of the Old Republic and they just end up scrapping that remake. It's like, no, just give us what we want and you'll be good, dude. Just don't put out some half-assed bullshit.
Right, exactly. Yeah, they really didn't do much with this. They didn't compress it, so it's like 60 gigs for these 2 games that are normally like 15 when put together.
Jesus. Yeah.
So somewhere out there they added all these gigabytes, but you can't tell where. So it was pretty rough, and I was something I was really excited about. So yeah, to see it just mismanaged in every conceivable way is very disappointing.
It's probably malware. They're probably hacking your
Doesn't look
computer
good.
right now.
Probably, honestly.
We could only hope.
Yeah. Dude, we're just all over the. I wish I would have had a Star Wars game to talk about. You guys both bringing Star Wars to the table, but
right.
basically what's on my mind: Skull and Bones. Just recently, and by recently I mean this morning. I know, right? Skull and Bones main. This morning had a patch 1.3, which really kind of brought a lot of features to the game, but is also bringing a lot of negative features too, which is, I feel, gonna hurt some like part of the game. But some of the things they brought, I mean, they brought chat finally, so you can actually talk in the world chat or like talk in game chat. So that's always good. They changed the manufacturers around to where they hold more and you can fund them for the entire cycle. So before you could only fund them for like a certain amount of hours. Well, now when you fund the factory, it funds it until it's full, right?
Good.
But
that's what they should have been from the start.
Yes, but here's where the negative part comes in. Is because you're able to fund it fully, right, until it's full, it costs a ton of silver. So like you're blowing.
Wouldn't it cost the same amount though?
But yes, but you remember, before you could only pay for it in like 8-hour increments. So it could cost you a couple thousand, a couple thousand, but every 8 hours. So it's like you were able to grind in the meantime. Well, now to fully fund a factory, it's like 27,000 or like 20,000. And if you have multiple factories, like you're blowing through your silver real fast.
Right.
So that's the kind of negative that's coming with it, but there's a lot of good things about it, and I'm excited to get back into it. Not to mention, one more thing, they are partnering with Oceana right now and doing a kind of crossover, kind of featuring. Shut your mouth, Schmidty. I
was wondering if anyone was going to catch up on that. I was like,
yeah. So they're partnering with Oceana, and they're doing an event for the next 2 weeks where all like La Peste you kill and all his like minions you kill, they're gonna help donate money to preserve like the oceans and clean the oceans out and save the wildlife and things like that. So I'm excited to get back into it or get into it because of that. All right, fine. I'll stop talking about Skull and Bones since I'm the only one that cares about it.
I mean, I appreciate it because that's where I'm at. So now I know don't upgrade my stuff to 8 hours or whatever, and I'll save some silver. I mean, I only have like 3 anyways.
But you want the pieces of 8 anyway.
I mean,
whatever. I'm over it.
I do, but
I'm over it. All right.
Sounds more complicated than the Diablo gauntlets.
It honestly does, yeah.
No, it's super
I don't like
easy.
this. It's like,
Knock
8
it
hours,
off.
7 hours, with 20
It would be easy
gold,
if I didn't have to
three and a
PvP fight
half
people
over
to
a
get
year
those
times
things.
pi.
Well,
Yeah.
you guys are weak.
Yeah.
You guys are weak. Get tough.
I literally took on somebody. The only thing that did damage was when I hit him with all 50 of my rockets. That was it.
Yeah.
I rammed him, shot my cannons at it, used the spectral flame on him, and it did like almost nothing. And then he shoots like 2 cannons at me, and I'm at half HP.
I know those Bile Titans.
I can't win that way, Mr. J.
Well, how about you get good, kid?
How about you?
You know?
It's
Yeah.
the perks
like-
of a Healy boat, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cadet 6. You got to get like Cadet 6, man. Do it.
All right, fine. Let's get out of the Skull and Bones topic, okay?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean,
I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was fun.
Let's talk about our first discussion topic that we got tonight. And
Yeah.
Among Us is getting an animated TV show featuring Ashley Johnson, Elijah Wood, Randall Park, and Yvette Nicole Brown, just to name a few. So, gentlemen, what do you think about this? Like, Among Us getting an animated TV show.
It did say that nobody's picked it up yet, like for streaming purposes. So I don't know if they're just going to do it through like an Among Us website.
Okay.
Or how that's going to roll out. But anything with Elijah Wood, man, has been pretty much gold. So no issues there. I think it'll be fun. I'm curious to see.
He's an Iowa boy. He's an
where
Iowa
it goes. But yeah, he's from the Shire.
I'm just like, how would that?
Like, what's
Like-
the storyline?
Yeah,
I
that,
imagine
I'm like,
it'll
it's
be
just,
like The Thing, kind of. You know what I mean? Just animated.
You'd imagine that they could die multiple times. Like, a different episode, like, is a different...
but it's like, how do they stretch this into? I assume what we looking at 20-minute episodes, and it's like, how long are the seasons? And yeah, what kind of plot is gonna
Yeah.
like?
And
I
that
don't
could be
know.
why nobody's picked it up, right? Maybe it does better as like little 5-minute segments, and they only
Yeah.
release like, 6 or so.
I think if it was an animated short that came out kind of like Happy Tree Friends, like I'd be excited about that.
Oh yeah, so I imagine it'll probably be pretty similar to
But it's like trying to have like, a 20-minute, half hour like episodes with like what would be the point? I don't know. It's just someone sneaking around and guessing. It's like a mystery show, and I'd have to see kind of a trailer or how it's going to be structured.
Right.
It has the potential to maybe be something interesting, but as of right now, I'm way more skeptical than excited.
Well, yeah, I was kind of thinking too that each episode is its own thing. So, like, if Elijah Wood dies in episode 1, like episode 2 is its own separate entity. So they don't like play off each other. They're more just entertaining half-hour like shows. You see what I'm saying?
Again, have you ever seen Happy Tree Friends? Are you guys familiar with?
Oh yeah. I watched that a long time ago.
So it's like, like it's basically this little like really kind of cartoon, something you would think is like the Teletubbies, like catered to super like young children, but it's nothing but murder and mayhem, and like these animals get taken out in the like most gruesome ways possible, and it's just these little like 7-8 minute episodes that are just like, what the fuck?
Right.
Yeah.
And so if it was set up
pretty
like
great.
that, where it's like, at the end of every episode, like, somebody died, or like even now Beavis and Butthead, how it was like 3 mini episodes or something in like one episode. I think if they did something like that, kind of like the Happy Tree Friends, that would get really interesting and funny. Like, I would get a kick out of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I would have saw Happy Tree Friends. I don't know. I don't have that reference.
Oh, just YouTube it, man. It is.
Are you telling me to watch YouTube? Watch a video?
Yes.
Imagine.
It's
Who
Happy Tree
makes
Friends.
YouTube videos weird?
So brutal. So brutal.
But yeah, I think with each of them having their own personalities, I think maybe it's just like a short episode dedicated to each.
Like each episode has a theme.
like it resets just like the game.
Yep.
One of my favorite Elijah Wood TV shows, Wilfred. You guys ever watch that? Oh God, dude, I thought that was such a great show.
So good.
Who had the next topic? Who put the movie in there?
I did.
You want to go ahead?
So I don't know the exact day that this happened, but yeah, very recently, Venom 3 was announced. So it did have an official release date, which I think I saw I think it might have been November, October of this year.
Oh,
I
wow.
want to think it was coming up here like really soon, and it like caught a lot of people off guard.
Yeah. It's supposed to be it's supposed to be November 8th. They slightly moved it up to October 25th.
Yep.
Oh, but yeah, so new Venom movie is announced and on the docket to be released. So I'm a big Spider-Man fan. I've always been a big fan of the Spider-Verse. Although I saw Madam Web was available to rent already, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I've heard bad things.
Yeah, I've only heard bad things for Madam Web, but you know what?
Yeah,
When I first heard that they were doing that,
it.
I got so excited because that had the potential to be like such a really cool story plot and kind of intertwine things, especially as you get more into the Spider-Verse with what happened in the last Spider-Man movie with kind of Tobey Maguire and then what's that other dude's name? That was the
Andrew
Garfield.
Spider-Man. Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal. No.
Wasn't it Jake Gyllenhaal?
No.
Oh.
Andrew Garfield.
I always get him and Tobey Maguire mixed up all the time.
Do you?
I don't know why.
Really?
I don't know why.
Why?
I have no
How?
idea. I like
That's
Andrew
crazy.
Garfield though. I like this Spider-Man.
Yeah, in personal life, he's a bit out there, but yeah, he acts okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't a huge fan of his Peter Parker was a little too cool, I guess.
Okay.
He was just kind of like a nerdy, but also skater kind of popular kid, not so much,
Right.
an outcast like he should be, I guess.
Right. Speaking of Venom, though, back to that, I haven't even seen the second one. Let There Be Carnage.
Yeah, the Let There Be
Bro,
Carnage.
you gotta step up your game.
Where's it at? Is it on like Amazon Prime or something, or where can I see that?
HBO Max.
Oh,
I think
there you go.
so, yeah. Otherwise, does Disney own that? Is there a chance it could be on Disney Plus?
No,
'Cause
'cause
I know they
Sony
have
It
a lot
might
of
be
money.
on Plus.
Sony
'cause
owns it.
Sony owns it.
Some of the
Okay.
other Spider-Mans are on there, so like even the older ones.
Right, but different movies have come out or things in the Spider-Verse are owned by different companies. So it's
Yeah.
like some will be on some and some will be on others,
Yeah.
you know. And that it's worth a look, man. I liked
Yeah.
it.
I think you guys will like this next topic because
Never heard of it.
I just feel like this is right up your guys' alley. Helldivers 2 is still on a historic run. Historic for being out for multiple weeks already, still over 300,000 concurrent players. Now they have a mech, they have flying bugs. The laser meta is in full swing now. Like, guys, talk to me. Take your prejudice out of it, all right? Take your penis out of Helldivers' butt and be honest with me. Why is Helldivers having so much success right now? Why is this game just setting records?
It's a well-designed, well-operated, maintained game, and they listen to their community, and they try and find that balance with what the community wants versus the direction that they want to go, and I appreciate that. Like they've explained all their changes very well as to why they made them, and if they didn't meet exactly what the community wanted, they explained why they didn't want to meet the community's needs. And they've been really firm with that. And so you can see their vision, they have a vision and they've got that big picture, and nobody's competing, right? Everybody is working together. So it really has that community feel to it. And it's just pure fun, right? Everybody loves shooting stuff, and that's the name of the game. So it just is a fun game, and fun in general down to its core, whether you're playing on the lower difficulty or higher difficulty. And I think that's what a lot of games miss these days. Like it has the grind, but the grind's not really necessary, right? Like if you have weapons you like to rock, then you're good, you're done. You don't have to grind it. You can just hop on, play an objective, and then be out, and that's it. You don't have to dedicate hours and hours to it like Skull and Bones.
Yeah.
Or Destiny, or WoW, or
so
Diablo.
Schmidty, this will kind of like cater to you answering like your side of it. You didn't get the game right away, right? You got here recently. So like, why
It was out for about 2 weeks before I got it.
Why are you so like hooked on it?
I'm uniquely trained to talk about the subject at the moment. I did watch a video earlier on this exact topic earlier, so I do have some information and facts that I definitely agree with when it comes to this game and kind of how it is broken through the mold, especially for a live service game. I've been able to maintain a player base that is really honestly in the industry unheard of. And a big thing, a big reason for that, and I know Dyslexic will probably attest to this as well. So a lot of times when these games come out, there's battle passes, you know what's going to happen. And so it's like you just, you anticipate the new stuff to just become unlocked, where this game had a little different approach to it, where take the mechs, for example, that we just got. It was the only way you're going to be able to get the mechs is, these robots took over the planet or been fighting against these manufacturing plants. So it's like we, the players, we unlocked that content. We didn't just sit here and wait for that content to get dripped to us. We feel a part of the story. We feel engaged. It wasn't the like, oh, hey, this content is just going to drop on this day, and then you just grind the points you need it, and then you get it. It was like, no, we had an objective to get this. Like, we earned this. And I'm like, I agree with that 100%. And I feel that engagement with the community, with the game, is it's not so much like developers just putting out content to keep us, like dropping new stuff here and there that we know about. It's exciting. Like, we don't know what's around the corner. Like, what new mission we're going to have to do to unlock something else. And it's just the way it engages the player base to work together towards common objectives is completely different. And I don't think any company has ever done that so far with what they've been doing with how they connect with the player base. And the other thing is with the battle passes, it's like, okay, you know what you're going to get. You have all these million videos on all the equipment and how it works and blah, 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 blah. Where this game, it's like there's not, yes, there is a structure where it's like they are dropping content and they do let you know, but you never know what that next order is going to be around the window. You don't know what sectors all of a sudden going to be like starting to get taken over by something. You never know, and you're going to run into like, before the mechs came out, there was like, you started seeing videos of like people just randomly found this in the game.
Right.
And how exciting is that you just never know what you're going to find. You might, and the way that this video expressed it as well is you're basically like video game testers. Is they trickle some of this content in, they see how it works with the game, and you can get a feel for it. So everyone is testing this equipment before it's being released, but it doesn't feel like, you're a tester. Like, you get excited when you see that stuff. It's like, oh my God, I only saw like leaked blueprints about this, and now it just randomly showed up in my game and I get to like play with this. Oh my God, let's go. Yep. And people are starting to find some of that equipment right now, but the unknown, just getting everyone together towards common goals, and like us really being the creators of our own history in the game, not the game telling us what to do, but us being an interactive part of a live world, a live service. It's incredible. It's a very unique experience that honestly keeps me wanting to come back on like, what's next? What do you need from me? I'm ready to fight.
For democracy.
And liberty.
Yeah. So they're onto something, and they have where they said most live service games within that first month, they usually drop 70% of their player base.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they maintain about 30% after a while, and usually between 20 to 30% after about 2 months. This game has been maintaining 70%. It peaked at like 460 some thousand, but it's still getting up to almost 400,000 players every night.
Yeah.
And it's been able to maintain about 70%. So it is the only game I think that's ever really done that. It's crazy.
For now.
And I heard a lot of comparison to For Honor as well, because you had factions in For Honor, and so all this propaganda and like support for your faction was a big thing between those three factions. And with this, since there are no factions, you just have a lot of propaganda for the community as a whole, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
And I just absolutely love too how it's like players will find bugs, like flying bugs in the game, and they'll record clips of it, and they're just like the government of truth or whatever. They're like, nah, that doesn't exist.
Yep.
Like how they just fuck around, dude. Like it's just It's so funny. Like, I want to see those blue lasers, dude. I'm a believer. I'm a believer, dude. Bring on the Illuminate. I'm ready. I'm ready. There's a lot of talk that faction's going to be coming up from the south, and I'm ready. I'm excited.
So then what's in the north?
What are you up to, Joel? Well, it's already conquered. Yeah, it's you know, it's already all liberated. It's just the east and west fronts, and that's the kind of talk right now is like I don't. There's just talk that there's going to be something down south that's going to be coming up.
Yeah.
At some point, I don't know. We'll find out.
Well, we're gonna get into it here in a little bit.
On Helldivers, Mr.
That's
J.
right.
Do you not want to talk about it?
And I was gonna say earlier too that the fact like you have the friendly fire is annoying, but like it makes for such good content.
Oh yeah.
You know, and like all like so many content creators and streamers and whatever have done just so many random like dive at each other or call in a stratagem and give it a hug as a stratagem hits you. You know, just like there's just so much like just random clips that is more than just, ooh, I'm cracked at this game and I can hit a sniper shot from 200 yards away. You see what I'm saying? It's all the little ins and outs of like being able to dive and shoot on the ground and friendly fire and throwing grenades off each other and, you know, even doing like
those antics really sell it too at the end of the day. It's
100%.
funny.
Yeah, so it's like just that like I do
Levin throwing down minefields. It's just like, oh my god, dude, we're not gonna get through this alive.
No.
It was so funny.
But yeah, just the memes with it. You know what I mean? It just kind of it promotes the game organically.
I definitely am not the only one that's watched the W2TF moments on Helldivers 2 on YouTube.
Yeah,
the montages. Love them.
Yeah, dude, for real.
That's my new favorite thing. Dyslexic caught it a little earlier, but like right before explosions go off, I'll stand there.
Yep.
I can't help myself.
Yep. So this next topic,
something you'll be excited to talk about, Mr. J.
This next topic, Dyslexic too. We got you to play it for like all of 17 minutes.
I think it was like 18 and a
But
half. Let's be honest.
V Rising, a vampire kind of strategic build game. What would it be, like a survival game?
Yeah, it's like a survival build up your base kind of thing, upgrade and yeah.
Yep. So it's getting its actual full release. All the other releases that it's had or how it's been out so far is just been in like beta form. So like they're just trying new things and they release it, let us play the updates and whatnot. Well, officially May 8th. They're fully releasing the game, calling it a full release. Game is going to be out. Dracula's going to be here. New enemy types, new areas, just a wide variety of upgrades to the game. Obviously, I've been grinding it over the summer, fully invested in that. What I like about this game is you have a clear end in mind. A lot of survival games, you harvest resources, you do all this, you build cool bases, whatnot. But then it's like, that's it. Like, you just keep doing that. You just keep building bases. You just keep going after resources. That's where games lose me. Like, I did Lego Fortnite, you know what I'm saying? Just as an example. It was fun at first. I played it a couple times. But then it got to a point where I'm like, oh, so there's really no, like, end game to it. It's just, you just keep building stuff and keep building stuff. Whereas...
because
Whereas V Rising, you actually have a progression of enemies that you're building up to fight. You have to level yourself up to be able to go after higher level enemies. Now, yes, you can sit there and still farm and do all the stuff of a survival game, but V Rising actually has a clear end game, which gets me excited about grinding the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of my take. What do you guys think?
Are they ever going to change the way that the camera moves, where you don't have to click and hold?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Because I hate that. I hate that personally so much.
Wait, what do you mean click hold?
Because didn't you have to like
it's WASD movement though, right?
But you have to click to move your thing. You can't just like move your mouse around and change your camera angle. You have to like click and hold to like drag your camera around.
Move your camera around.
I didn't even think you could change the camera angle on that one.
Which way you look,
I thought you were always looking like from the south forward.
No, You don't have to be, but you have to click a button to move the mouse around
Yeah,
and move
you
it
can-
around, and it just that always drove me nuts.
Yeah.
Mm.
That you could stand there and you could look around 360. You could move and look around, but you had to press the button.
See, it's
to
been
get
so
your
long. I gotta
stuff to
play it
look
again.
around.
Yeah. But Dyslexic, what do you think about it? I know you're going to be just excited about it, excited as I am.
Like you said, like it's nice to have that goal, and we always knew Dracula was going to be coming. So now that he is, will be instituted. I think it'll be really neat. I'm curious to see how that fight goes.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep. Schmidtty, can we rope you back in one more time now that the game's fully released? Over the summer?
Does it contain democracy?
Here's the
and
thing,
liberty?
bro. It's like 3 months away. You'll get your fill of Helldivers before then. Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
We'll see.
would love to have you. Anybody else? If you're interested in playing V Rising, we usually do a PvE type of server to where occasionally we've talked about doing PvP events and castle raids and whatnot, but we like to do a lot of events like the horse racing that we did. We'll do other. We talk about doing like a maze in what's that? What's the Gloomrot? No, not Gloomrot. What's the one in the upper right hand corner? The misty one.
Oh, the something forest.
Forbidden Forest? No.
I don't remember.
Anyway, so we talked about doing a maze in there, just kind of some fun, cool server events. So if you are interested, be sure to let me know. You can join our V Rising server when it goes live. Next topic that we got is our Video Game Hall of Fame nominees.
They were announced.
Nominee.
Which I guess I didn't even realize that there was a Video Game Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I briefly kind of looked over these, and I know most
until
of
I
them.
came across the article. And this is apparently it's been going on since 2015. But
How
these
many
are
get in though? I don't.
I'm not
three
sure.
finalists?
12 games were nominated in 2024, and they include Asteroids, Elite, Guitar Hero, Metroid, Myst, Neopets, Resident Evil, which, oh my god, dude, PlayStation, amazing.
100%.
Tokimeki Memorial, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Ultima, and do you guys ever play You Don't Know Jack?
No.
I know the game, but I never
like
played
when
it.
it first came out for PC back in like the 90s. I played it, and it's so fun, dude. It's a great party game.
So the top 3 will make it.
Okay.
The top 3 will make it to the ballot.
Honestly, I say that's Pro Skater, Myst, and Resident Evil. I think those will be the bigs.
See, I'd be like,
man, that's tough.
Because Resident Evil was like one of the first to have like video-ish footage.
Yeah.
And play the way it did.
For myself, if I had to pick 3, I personally would probably pick Metroid, Resident Evil, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
Yeah.
Personally,
I think we're both
those
in
would be
agreement.
my 3.
I think we're all in agreement that Tony Hawk and Resident Evil, like those games were just revolutionary, and those are huge names. Everybody knows them. And
I think
playing
that
them.
was like
I do
real
Myst
big-
because point and click, like Myst put games and point and click on the map. Like I remember seeing Myst everywhere at all the electronics stores, at Costco. Like it was all over the place.
Right.
Well, isn't it Resident Evil 2 or like Resident Evil? Wasn't that kind of the first kind of horror, like big horror game like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was the first one I ever really remember coming out. And I remember my buddy and we stayed up. I would think I was in like 5th grade. And my buddy and I stayed up all night and played that game, dude. We couldn't sleep. We wouldn't sleep. We just wanted to play Resident Evil. It was so scary. And like you get the jump scares of like animals coming through the window and stuff. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, the dogs.
I still very vividly remember that game.
So you got there's a couple that will make a name for themselves, and a couple that I feel could make an argument. One is Guitar Hero. Because Guitar Hero is just revolutionary for what it brought. That style of game, you know, where you have a guitar and you're playing, and then that brought in like what Drum Hero or whatever that one is, you know, the drumming one. It's like it was just revolutionary for that genre.
I feel like it died out though relatively quick too.
The newness
like, I feel like it came and went within like 6 years, right?
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of these other ones are pretty timeless
Had
and
staying
have
power. Yep.
been receiving updates for 20 plus years, right? So
you think of timeless then? What about, even though this hasn't really been updated or whatever, but people still play it in like arcades and stuff, the Asteroids.
yeah,
Like that game was like, everybody knows that game
old
now.
school Atari, sure.
know?
Yeah. It's like Centipede, Asteroid, Galaga.
So
Yeah.
I'm honestly surprised Asteroids isn't already in the Hall of Fame. I feel like all those old school Atari ones should have already been in there. But as far as defining the genre, I don't think Asteroids. It was one of the first, but
I think it's interesting how all three of us unanimously agreed Resident Evil and Tony Hawk.
Dude, yeah. And the Tony Hawk like original Pro Skater, like they have tried to remake that game and come out with sequels, and it's just nothing has had that same feel, that same vibe as when that came out.
Can we also be honest with each other though? Tony Hawk 2 should actually be in the Hall of Fame over Tony Hawk 1. I mean, I'm sure they're putting the genre of Tony Hawk in the Hall of Fame. But like, if they were doing specific games, Tony Hawk 2 was so much better.
I think it's games, to be honest.
Is it just the individual games? Because if that's the case, I would choose Resident Evil 2 over Resident Evil Original. You know what I'm saying?
So it looked like the first year in 2015, Doom, Pac-Man, Pong, Super Mario Bros., Tetris, World of Warcraft, where it looks like the main ones. I don't know what the blue, I think, were those maybe the ones that won? Because there was also like Angry Birds, Legend of Zelda, Minecraft, Oregon Trail, Sims, Sonic, Space
Oregon
Invaders.
Trail. Oh, man. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
And Number Munchers, man. Oh my God, Number Munchers.
We had Number Munchers, and then they had Math Blasters.
Yeah.
I remember
I still have Math Blasters on floppies, dude.
What about Snake?
All right, don't worry, Fuji.
Snake
Dance Dance Revolution was inducted in the Video Game Hall of Fame in 2018, Fuji.
There you go.
You're good.
It looks like they're looking at the whole series, but they picked the original games to put in the Hall of Fame. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, and it's like Centipede's already in there. What did Myst have a remake by any chance?
Yeah, there was like Myst 2, and then there was like a couple other spin-offs that weren't named.
Well, the reason I'm kind of confused is it looks back down in 2019. It looks like Myst was inducted into the Hall of Fame from Cyan Studios from Cyan Studios in 1993. It looks like.
So I'm looking at not this Hall of Fame though.
Yeah, different. Yeah. How many Hall of Fames are there?
Should
there be just one?
It's just like there's Emmys and
or
Oscars
I think maybe
and
it got nominated again. Maybe that's
Golden
what that
Globes.
means. At all the blue ones, because I'm on the Wikipedia page, and I think all the blue ones are the ones that made it in. And the ones that are white were maybe the ones that got nominated but didn't make it in. Because I definitely saw that like twice, and that time it was. Well, yeah, maybe it is the same game, and it ended up not winning. So.
All right, I'm gonna do a spin-off question with this topic.
Yeah.
Okay. Pick a current-ish video game series that you think will eventually be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh. Easy.
What do you pick?
Halo.
Yeah, that would have to be.
That would have to be.
It has to be. I literally have the magazine from Game Informer that says real in-game graphics on the Xbox.
keep that.
Yeah, and it does not.
100%.
It does not look like Halo is in there yet.
No, I'm sure it will be though eventually.
Oh yeah, it would have to be. And just like Destiny, I'm sure it'll get in there eventually too. For myself, when it comes to kind of those series style games, I would have to say like I don't see The Witcher.
I was thinking the same thing, dude. I was gonna say Witcher too.
Gonna have to be. Another one, I'm like Borderlands. Borderlands 1 and 2 really kind of revolutionized the whole kind of loot based genre with just the sheer amount of just loot that would drop, or at least never happened in kind of a first-person style shooter game like that. Of course, you had like Diablo and other games like that back in the day that were kind of loot-based systems, but that was the big like loot game.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think they'll be in there.
I don't know how. I mean, another one that I would go to, which is one of my favorite video game series.
Halo did get in. Halo Combat Evolved. It looks like 2017.
Oh, of course.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
I don't know how they would do this because there's so many of them over so many years. But Final Fantasy, like Final Fantasy, is one of the biggest role-playing like franchises ever.
Yeah.
You know, like the RPGs. So it's like there's no way that Final Fantasy would not eventually get some part in the Hall of Fame.
And I imagine they're still in there now, but like Doom and Half-Life just spawned so many different things.
Schmidty, this might be too soon, right? Rubbing some salt on the wound, but Voice says Diablo
Dead game
in the Hall of Fame.
I would say Diablo 2
and 3.
100%.
And
3 did good.
Yeah.
It got good, but I mean nowhere near the what I've seen people talk about with Diablo 2. Like that's like sacred territory right there. Like that's just what a lot of
people
ARPGs
would still rather go to that than 4,
Right.
I got it.
Just like people going to Black Flag instead of Skull and Bones.
Yeah.
I
I got it.
Yeah,
Another video game series that eventually has to be in the Hall of Fame. Metal Gear Solid.
Does it?
Are you serious? You think about the 90s and early 2000s. Metal Gear Solid was like one of the biggest like franchises.
I'm just like, how did Grand Theft Auto 3 get in there before Halo?
It's Grand Theft Auto.
That is surprising, actually.
Grand Theft Auto.
Doesn't make any sense. I know. I'm just sitting here looking at all the different games.
You sent them down a rabbit hole.
Microsoft Simulator, Dance Dance Revolution, Civilization.
Oh, yeah.
Barbie Fashion Designer made it on here.
Is in the Hall of Fame?
On the Hall of Fame. Digital domain back in
kidding
1996. No, dude, I'm fucking looking at this shit right now.
They're just letting
money
anybody
did they pay to have that boosted?
Yeah. That beat out FIFA soccer. That beat out GoldenEye 7.
Oof.
Or GoldenEye 007.
I don't believe they bought
Barbie
their way in with that one.
Barbie fashion designer.
They bought their way
beat out,
that
and
one.
yet to this day, GoldenEye 007 is not part of the.
Mario's got to be in there.
It is not.
In Mario Kart.
It is not. It is not because it just got nominated last year.
Who's in charge of these things?
And so Barbie fashion designer beat out Age of Empires, Angry Birds, Call of Duty 4, FIFA, GoldenEye, NBA 2K, Quake, and Wizardry.
And Quake was good. I played Quake 3 Arena.
Oh, dude, Quake was great.
Yeah.
But wow, dude, yeah. And a game called Computer Science that came out in 1971. Got it.
They're just making stuff up at this point.
What?
So there we
Was
go.
that a calculator? I don't understand.
Yeah, they're
I'm
making
mad
stuff
at
up
this
at
right
this
now.
point.
GoldenEye 7, you shut up, Fuji.
Voice is asking about what about Animal Crossing?
True.
I did see that on there. That had one. I think that was fairly early on.
Because that came out around pandemic time, right? Like that kind of. That's
the original one,
didn't it?
Yep, Animal Crossing 2021.
Oh.
Yep.
Isn't there?
Was inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Hold
along
on.
with Microsoft Flight Simulator, StarCraft, and where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Well, what do you know?
Yes!
2021 is when it got it beat out the original Call of Duty, Farmville, FIFA got denied again, Guitar Hero got denied in 2021, Pole Position, Portal, and Tron.
So what about Mario Kart?
The other ones that it beat.
Or like
that's in there. That's
got to be, yeah.
So basically, all the ones that have been inducted, I'll just read them off in the order that they come. So we have the Doom, Pac-Man, Pong, Super Mario Bros, Tetris, World of Warcraft, that's 2015, Grand Theft Auto 3, Legend of Zelda, Oregon Trail, The Sims, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Space Invaders, 2016, Donkey Kong, Halo, Pokemon Red and Green, Street Fighter 2 in 17. Then you have Final Fantasy 7, John Madden Football, Space War, Tomb Raider 2018. Colossal Cave Adventure, Microsoft Solitaire, Mortal Kombat, and Super Mario Kart, so Super Nintendo. 2019, Bejeweled, Centipede, King's Quest, and Minecraft for 2020. Animal Crossing, the Microsoft Flight Simulator, StarCraft, Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, 2021. Dance Dance Revolution, Zelda, Ocarina
of Time.
Yeah, Ocarina of Time. Miss Pac-Man, Mid-Sire Civilization in 2022. Last year, the Barbie fashion designer, Computer Space, Last of Us, and Wii Sports.
How is Assassin's Creed not in there anywhere? Like the
Apparently
first
it's not.
4 Assassin's Creeds were awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
And it was Red and Green.
You don't
Fuji.
think so?
Yeah, Pokemon Red and Green.
I
Not
give
Red
you
and
number 1 for sure.
1 through Assassin's Creed 1, 2, Brotherhood. Assassin's Creed 3, it got better, but like Assassin's
I don't know
1,
about Brotherhood, but
2, what? Brotherhood
It
was
doesn't even. I haven't even seen Assassin's Creed nominated.
yeah.
Brotherhood was the game that first introduced like you building an assassin's unit. Like
What's this?
Assassin's
Parappa?
Den. And you can actually call them in to like
Parappa
help
the
you.
Rapper?
And you do tower defenses and stuff. It's like Brotherhood was
Oh,
good.
Papa the Rapper? Yeah, Papa the Rapper was great.
Oh, what the fuck! I never heard of such a thing.
Black Flag's obviously got to be in there.
It was kind of like DDR, but instead you were rapping the words when you hit the buttons.
So yeah, there we go. So that's now we know that there's a video game Hall of Fame.
So I imagine Asteroids is going to win then, since they've got in like Missile
Those
Command
other-
and
yeah.
Centipede and stuff. So
Kingdom Hearts? No Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts is pretty solid, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Disney would probably make their own award show though,
Yeah,
for that one.
for sure. All right, we got some community questions, ladies and gentlemen. Only a couple.
Ooh.
So right now we are in the thick of, not in the thick of, but we're about to be in the thick of March Madness. Very huge basketball tournament coming up for the college athletes, men's and women's. Who do you got, gentlemen, in March Madness this year?
What's
you
best?
they 100%.
Hey, University of Arizona does stand a chance. They're doing really good this year.
Dude, they're kicking booty. They're at the top of the Pac-12. What do you
They're
mean?
looking really
What
good.
about Wichita?
Dude,
Syracuse, Gaza.
Iowa State, bro. Iowa
Gonzaga,
State is
not
actually in a hot streak right now. They're a 2 seed.
Right
Like
now.
Iowa State's looking good.
Oh, then Iowa State. I'm going Iowa State.
Yeah. My Kentucky won't make. They might make the
Sports
Elite
ball
Eight.
and
but
baskets and stuff.
I'm
Yes.
a Kentucky fan, so they might make the Elite Eight, but we're too young. We probably won't make
You
it.
mean they're too young?
What?
You mean they're too young?
No, I'm on the team too.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm on the team.
I just want a
You
good
might wanna
underdog
rephrase them.
story.
All right,
Need a good underdog story.
last question of the night. We have, all three of us, right? This is a question kind of for all of us. If we could all get matching tattoos, what are we getting and where do we get them?
So Helldivers 2 tattoos.
Jesus Christ.
I was gonna say some form of Halo tattoo, or
Halo, I can see it,
the Marauders faction logo.
you're going New World?
Yeah, I mean, what brought us together, Mr.
Not an Xbox logo.
Yes.
I mean, I would do an Xbox logo too, yeah, for sure.
How about thought?
But that's kind of
Thought in my brain. Thought in my brain.
Yeah.
What if we did an
Yeah.
Xbox logo, but the Xbox like thing were tentacles of an octopus?
like a sun, but with an Xbox in the middle.
Kind of, you know.
Okay.
What if they were penises
Wow.
instead of tentacles?
So are we getting those in the cheek of our butt?
Are
or
we
what?
making fun of Xbox or? Are we making Xbox?
Can we get tramp stamps? You think?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Load democracy here.
That or like right at the back of the neck.
Oh
Yep.
my god.
Yep. Or we could get like the tribals around her arm or under biceps.
Or barbed wire.
Oh.
No, it's stupid.
Barbed
dude.
wire, but
I'll
wrapped
never
around the logo. Maybe.
Yep. Yep.
Not getting tribal. Not getting tribal. Not happening.
Schmidty, where do you even have room, bro?
I got all sorts of room, dude. I got
Okay.
all sorts of room. Still got my whole belly, most of my chest, my arms.
True.
You know, I always look at this bald spot right here. At least over here, I got a decent amount going on.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing right here. I got nothing.
We could do a nice
All
little
all that
forearm,
skin.
something. Yeah.
all
sure.
that skin.
I'll draw it on with a marker. Does that work?
Otherwise, I just have the
Yeah,
top of my
perfect.
back done, but I have the whole rest of my back. Like I still got about 80% of my back clear, and then on my leg, I don't have anything on my lower body.
I'm gonna get a penis tattoo just down the shaft.
So I could get a magic 8-ball tattooed on the tip of my penis. It's gonna be great.
Oh my god, it would hurt so bad. Nope.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
no, fuck that.
But, all right, guys, it's time to
and
get to Helldivers.
Fuji said he's gonna draw an anime girl for us all to get. That's
Perfect.
perfect. I love you,
Oh,
Fuji.
yeah, I'll
Thank you
take that
so much.
too.
Yeah.
All right, guys, it's time to get to Helldivers. We need to stop talking.
I mean, you brought us here, so
That's
Yeah.
true.
we were already hell diving.
No. The people brought us here.
I mean, true.
We're just doing the.
But the
we're
people didn't yell at us to show up. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
We're doing
exactly.
we're doing
They ask
justice
nicely.
for democracy right now.
Last I
Sure.
heard, this was called the After Hours podcast,
Yeah.
which is more associated with you than
No,
us.
no, you stop that. It's late night podcast. But all right, guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode here on the After Hours podcast. We got DyslexicOctopi, Schmidtty32, MrJ Gilbert signing off. We will see you next Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. such time for a brand new episode, bringing you all the things and the stuffs in the most entertaining way. Gentlemen, who's going to sign us off tonight?
Oh, Schmidt.
I always do it. It's him. It's him. Dyslexic got it.
Oh crap.
He's a master wordsmith.
I'm not. Have a great night, everybody, and remember, spread liberty. No, I already screwed it up.
Perfect.
Redo.
Spread freedom like Lady Liberty's legs. There you go.
Ooh.
Happy now?
Ba, 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 ba.